Diane King Hall's in New York. Let's talk some Costco. A reliable trade, but sometimes, Diane, heavy lies the crown.
It's true. Yeah, look, it was a mixed bag when it comes to its latest results, but the stock is not being hit too hard in the context of what I guess the road ahead looks like. And you have even some analysts boosting their price targets off the back of their latest results. So let's go through some of the numbers. Costco reported adjusted EPS $5.29 a share. That beat expectations. Revenue came up a little light at just about $79.7 billion. The expectation was $79.9 billion, a little bit more than that. So that was one of the challenges. They missed on that metric. Membership fee revenue rose to a touch above $1.5 billion. Analysts were expecting a little bit more than that. They were looking for $1.55 billion. Comps rose 5.4%, also slightly below forecast. U.S. same-store sales comps there rose 5.3%. Off the back of their earnings call, the CFO said that the membership fee increase, so that is something that went into effect this summer, that they expect to see the benefit from that coming later in 2025 and into 2026. They expect their earnings growth to likely be, quote, less linear. That's one of the things that the CFO said on their earnings call. It was a balanced earnings call, some upbeat, some, kind of more muted conversation. They said that younger consumers they're getting more younger consumers, those under 40 who are signing up for their membership. So that's a good sign. And they're not finding the need to cut prices compared to competitors to bring in more traffic. So that's one of the things they noted. They did say that they noticed that the consumer is being, quote, more choiceful in how they're spending their dollars. And that's a conversation we've been having as we watch some of these consumer-facing companies, retailers and grocers, et cetera. Costco had been holding up, but again, they had mixed results this latest quarter. Gas prices did climb. Obviously, in the road forward, we'll probably expect to see that lower given the trajectory of crude oil and the impact to gas prices for them. E-commerce sales rose by nearly 19%. That was less than the prior period when they saw e-commerce jump more than 20%. So all in all, mixed results. But again, that membership fee increase, they're expecting to see the benefit in 2025 through 2026.
All right. I like the stat about the demographic base.
Yeah.
Skewing a little bit younger, folks below 40.
That was interesting.
Maybe we should watch Signet jeweler stock to see if young people getting married is going to come over to Costco and its earnings, right? Makes sense. The family basket.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that's kind of fun.
That's right. I mean, and then they also mentioned on their earnings call, because we know lately people have been paying attention to the fact that they sell gold there now.
Oh,
they said that's still been selling like a hot cake.
Maybe the gold's the correlation.
Yes, exactly. I mean, look, gold's been hitting records.
I wonder if Peter Schiff buys his gold at Costco. Next time he's on, I'll have to ask him. I don't think so. I think he's got his own vault.
All right. And then in terms of the analyst reaction, you have some analysts boosting their price targets today. Telsey Advisory Group, they've boosted their price target for Costco to $1,000 a share. They previously had it at $9.25. Deutsche Bank is $9.63. They've got a buy rating on it. Wells Fargo, $8.50. Barclays, $8.50. JP Morgan Chase, $9.45. So they're overweight on that stock. D.A. Davidson boosting their price target to $8.80. So in terms of where it is now today, obviously we're seeing a little bit of pressure off the back of that miss, but not as much as you expect when you think about other retailers and some of the challenges they're facing. So, it looks like not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, just a little bit of pressure on Costco today.
All right, some profit taking, but pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Nice mid-digit, mid-single digit growth. It's pretty good at this point. It's hard to ask really for more for a big retail institution like Costco. All right, so shares coming off a little bit, but again, it's I feel like generally most people are going to look at that and they're going to see it as a buying opportunity when the trade and trend has been as reliable as it has been in the stock. Let's talk maybe some BMY real quick. I think this is pretty interesting because we've got a lot going on in the neurological department. It's one of the major verticals that a lot of these biotech companies are really pushing right now. So FDA approval of schizophrenia drug. Not a big move in the stock, coming off a little bit, but still seems notable to build out the the suite of products, et cetera.
It is a notable development in this space. It's a new drug called, the brand name they're going by is Cobenfy. It's an oral medication that's being used to treat schizophrenia. It's the first new development in this space in about 3 decades. So it is a major development when it comes to the treatment of schizophrenia. One of the issues with the drugs that are used to treat this illness, or a couple of the issues are, we'll call it the basket issue, is the side effects, right? There have been, side effects that like major weight gain that end up causing other health issues. The other side effect, to put it in layman's terms, is kind of this zombie-like effect where people who are on the different drugs in the past just have zero motivation to do anything. So that's one of the challenges. And then you had, even the drug Risperdal that one of the treatments was for schizophrenia. There were a lot of lawsuits due to the side effects, major side effects that affected people who were on that drug. So this is the first development of its kind for this treatment of schizophrenia, which affects millions of people in the U.S. And so it is a major development. You are seeing shares of Bristol-Myers move higher, not as much as they were earlier, but I should note PureTech Health, who is the company that invented this. Those shares are moving more. They're moving more than 4%. They will be the beneficiary of a couple of milestone payments due to this FDA approval. So this is a landmark development when you think about the landscape of treatment when it comes to schizophrenia.
Great point, great reporting, great context there. And then the context for their revenue stream, they're losing patents soon on a few of their big ones, Eliquis and Opdivo, and then a lot of their kind of product base is oncology, cancer related, so definitely symbolic too to get this locked in as a diversifying tool for the revenue stream. So
exactly.
It seems like stocks should be up 2.5%, pretty nice bounce there. Also, Eli Lilly coming off a little bit. Some of the weight loss drugs have cooled somewhat, so maybe we need a fresh healthcare winner. Hey, Diane, real quick, let's talk tech for a moment. Not the biggest news, but a notable downgrade. Give me the quick rundown on this Bank of America note. They were bullish on HPQ, but now they're kind of giving up, and the stock is not liking it.
No, it's not. I mean, it's continuing to turn lower. Initially, it was just a little ding there on the stock, but now you're seeing HPQ down 4%. B of A downgrading it to a neutral from a buy. They are leaving their price target where it is at $37 a share. They view that any growth will come from share buybacks. They believe that any upside from, say, demand in PCs and AI PCs will be offset by reduced print margins, and they believe that the print margins will come in the middle of the long-term range. And so they believe because of the downside to print margins, that could increase pressure on earnings. So again, they say that, some cost takeouts and even some supply chain issues, they believe that'll create a transitory higher margin environment. But in printing, they don't think that it's sustainable. So that's why they're downgrading their view on HPQ.
Okay. All right. Big response. Losing a bull. Not a lot of them. You don't hear a ton of talk about HPQ. So when you lose one of the bullish analysts, then it's going to weigh on the stock. Thanks, Diane. Great stuff. Appreciate that very much. Diane King Hall coming to us from New York.